post the freaking picture, right? Don't hide behind the Canva graphics. Don't hide behind the carousel post or the clever copy or whatever it is that is preventing you from really showing up. Okay, because while the version of you that could be fully expressed, like that version, she's still waiting for you to stop shrinking. She's still waiting for you to stop editing yourself. She's still waiting for you to stop stifling her. Okay. Well, welcome back to another episode of the Charyse Williams Show. You do realize that visibility equates to income, right? So why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? We're going to jump into that today. And so this is what I know. You're not necessarily afraid of failure. You're not necessarily afraid of failure, but you are perhaps afraid of being seen as powerful and still not being chosen, right? How many of you can relate to that? You're afraid of being seen as powerful, right? There's a quote by Nelson Mandela. And so Marianne Williamson has a quote, and actually it was originally by Nelson Mandela. And it begins with, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And so in this episode, I'm going to break down the emotional root of visibility resistance. I'm also going to share what's really at stake when you stay quiet, when you stay invisible, when you stay in obscurity, right? And I'm going to share with you 3 simple ways to start owning your space as the leader that you are now. So let's hop into it. So I will say this, that, many people think that visibility is about vanity, and it's not about vanity at all. In fact, it really doesn't have anything to do with you. It has everything to do with, if you are not visible, if people cannot find you, then guess what? You can't fulfill the mission that you're here to fulfill. You cannot fulfill your purpose, you guys, because they can't find you. Many of you know that this past weekend, I was the closing keynote speaker for the National Nurses in Business Association. And what was really interesting is that as there were just different questions kind of being asked from the room, one theme kept arising, and it was the fear around visibility. And that's why I really wanted to create this episode with you guys today and share this episode with you today. And some people looked at it from a perspective of, well, they looked at it from a perspective of it being vain, for instance. Some people looked at it from a perspective of afraid of being judged. And I get that. Some people looked at it from a perspective of what if I say something wrong? What if I say something wrong, right? So as I'm sharing those things with you, I want you to just think about, okay, what is it for me? Why is it that I'm not showing up in my full power? Why is it that I am hiding? Why is it that I'm not showing up online consistently? Why is it that I'm not going live? Why is it that I'm not even posting maybe? Or why is it that I'm not posting consistently? Or why is it that I am watering down my message? Because you might be showing up. You might very well be showing up online, but you're not owning your power. You're filtering. You're shrinking. We're not bringing all of you to the table, okay? And that's a problem. And we're not here. I will not stand for you shrinking who you are, you shrinking your brilliance, you shrinking your magnificence, you shrinking the level of impact that you are here to make. I'm not having it. And you shouldn't be having it either. So going back to visibility, going back to vanity. So the reality of it is, if people can't find you, right? If they can't find the solution, they can't find you as the solution, or they can't even link you as a solution if you're hiding, whether that's hiding period, hiding behind strategy, hiding around words that really aren't even your words. What I mean by that is they're like the watered down version of what you really, really want to say, because you want to play it safe, air quotes safe, or because you don't want to offend anyone. And this is not about offending anyone. This is about speaking your truth. And this is about telling it like it is, whatever your message is that you're bringing forth, right? Visibility isn't just about showing up, as I mentioned. It's about being witnessed in your power. And as the quote quoted, or as I stated, before in the quote, Marianne Williams says, or actually Nelson Mandela's quote, it's not the fear. You really don't fear that you're inadequate. Sometimes we kind of hide behind that. You know you're powerful. You know it. You know that you know what it is that you know. You know this. You might be afraid of judgment. And again, I get that. And so the thing that we want to also remember is that your nervous system, our nervous system, and you guys hear me say this all the time, change happens at the speed of safety. And to your nervous system, visibility feels like a threat, feels like it doesn't feel like expansion, it feels like exposure. And not in a good way. It feels like maybe vulnerability and not in a good way. Exposure is great. Vulnerability is great. It's needed. However, to our nervous system, it's like, like go away, walk away, run away, even. And that's why you see really, and that's why I see, and that's why you might even experience, you're smart, you're brilliant, but you're talented, right? You're gifted, but you shrink and you hide and you run. Okay, so what are three things that, and let me just share with you, because this really is a personal thing for me. Because although I may not seem like I struggle with visibility now, y'all, let me take you back for a quick second. So this was probably I'm going to say 2015, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but that's like 10 years ago. So this is 10 years in the making. But 2015, I was at a conference with one of my with my bestie, and this was actually, it was a Lisa Nichols. For those of you who are familiar with Lisa Nichols, she was actually the only African American woman featured in The Secret. And it was a Lisa Nichols conference. It was called, I can't remember the name of it at this point, but that's irrelevant. Actually, no, I did. You can write to make millions. And so I went to this conference with my friend, and I think Lisa challenged us to like just do a quick video and post it online. And I'm like, oh, I could just feel my heart. I could feel palpitations. I feel my armpits sweating. And like, I was like, oh no. And so finally, I kind of talked myself up. My friend talked myself, kind of hyped me up, and we were going to do this. So we go in front of this really pretty banner. And it was three of us. It was me, her, and another young lady. And my friend was all for it. And I was like, ooh, I'm not all for it, but I'll do it because I know that this is a growth edge for me. And I know I need to step out of my comfort zone. And I know the importance of this. So I knew it intellectually, like all of you know intellectually why you should, right? So I knew why I should. But oh, honey, let me tell you, my stomach was in knots. But finally, I said, okay, all right, let's do this. And so, and I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking I was going to say something wrong, or maybe not wrong as in like it wasn't factually incorrect, but I was going to articulate it wrong. It was going to come out wrong, right? That was my concern and my fear, that I wasn't going to be able to express myself the way I wanted to express myself. Not that that what I was going to say was going to be factually wrong, because quite honestly, I wasn't even sharing anything factual. We were just literally saying, that we were at this event, we were having a great time, and like what was our one takeaway, one big takeaway, something very simple, right? But still, that frightened the heck out of me. And so bottom line is I'm laughing because I'm back in that moment. And so it was all, a whole bunch of excitement going on. Anyway, we press record on the phone. So, we have it held up in selfie mode, whatever. We each take a turn, like it's just rolling. Yeah, the camera's rolling, the phone's rolling, right? We take a turn. My friend says something, the other girl says something, and then I say something. And it was like totally, like we met. I don't know who messed up, but we were like, let's just scrap it. Let's do it again. Not a problem. We deleted that one. We did it again. Pressed record. They said their thing. I was about to say I said my thing. And this time it actually came out good. Like no one felt like they had quote unquote messed up. And so we were like, yay, we did it. And so my friend's like, okay, like let's watch it back. So we watched it back, and they're both excited. They're like, oh my God, that they nailed it. Me, I'm picking every single thing apart. Like, why did I pause? Why did I blink my eyes like that? Why did I say it like that? Like this is, and I didn't say it out loud, but this is how I'm overanalyzing. I overanalyze it to myself internally, and I am picking everything apart. Oh my God, I was being so critical. And so, but they're all excited. Or they're both excited. And so then my friend's like, okay, great. Yeah, let's post it. And I'm like, I clicked the button, but I clicked the delete button on purpose. And I was like, nope. And she was like, wait, you should have seen the look on her face. She was like, wait, what just happened? I was like, I deleted it. She's like, you did not delete it, Charyse. Yes, I did. She was like, well, why would you do that? She was so perplexed. You should have seen the look on her face. And I'm like, I can't publish that. I can't put that out there. She was like, what are you talking about? So I share that to tell you, I'm not speaking, this isn't hyperbole. This is not like, oh, I think this would be a good topic to discuss. No, this is something that I experienced personally firsthand. So I get it. I get it. My nervous system I didn't have the words to express it at the time, but what I now realize is my nervous system, it was like, you're going to be you're exposing yourself, right, up to criticism. You're exposing yourself to whatever it was. I didn't want any parts of it. So I get it. I say all that to say I get it. I truly do. But in order for us to make the level of impact that we're here to make, that we know that we want to make, and let's not forget about income, because they're not mutually exclusive. We are here to make an impact, and we are here to make an income as well. Significant impact, significant income. That being said, it's going to require us to first make it safe in our body. How do we do that, you guys? You know, we talk about this all the time. I feel like I talk about this all the time. We have to make it safe in our body. One way, though, you can make it safe in your body is just to breathe. Like literally take some deep breaths, okay? Something so simple, but something that is easily forgotten. And then the next thing is, understanding that anything that's outside of our comfort zone, it is going to feel very uncomfortable initially, until it doesn't, right? And the only way, you don't think your way into comfort, you act your way into comfort, right? You can't keep thinking, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You can't keep talking yourself up and hyping yourself up. You could, but literally the only way for it to not feel so scary is for you to actually do it. And then guess what? Do it again. And then guess what? Do it again. So yes, you will probably do it afraid, and that's okay. That is perfectly okay. And you guys, this is whether you are brand new in business or whether you have been in business for a bit of time. Anytime you're starting something new or shifting, maybe it's still new, but you might have been doing it, but it's shifting the way that you're doing it. So for instance, many of you have been in business for quite some time, but now you're adding in the functional medicine piece, right? That is different. It's different. And so it might feel scary, and you might feel hesitant or feel that resistance around being visible about that part. But when we look at the core of it, it's not about us. And when we could, when we take ourselves out of it and really understand this is not about us. If I don't show up, she doesn't get the help that she needs. If I don't show up, he doesn't get the help that they need, because they won't be able to find you. It really is about them. And so if you can take the focus off of you, the better. Okay, so what are 3 ways? What are 3 ways in which you can activate your visibility now? Well, hope you have your pens ready. One way is just go online, share a bold belief, not political, please don't go there, but share a bold belief online. Okay, kudos to you if you record it. If you're a little concerned about recording it and you're like, oh my God, this is going to be here forever. Number 1, no, it's not. It's your content. You can delete it. Number 2, if you're really concerned, post it in your Facebook stories or your Instagram stories. They're only available for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, they get deleted. I mean, it gets saved in your archive, but it's deleted for everyone else. So in case you didn't know that. Or, you can do a Reels. And remember, you can always delete it. Now, could someone have possibly seen it and saved it? Yeah, whatever. Here's the thing. Don't worry about that. Okay. Just don't worry about that. You are here to make an impact, you guys. So one thing you can do, share bold belief online, whatever that might be for you. Okay. And again, kudos or extra credit, if you will, if you record it and actually post it. But it could be written. That's fine. One thing that I did, because I knew I wanted to be more visible on video, and you guys, the reality of it is, yes, you want to take, for some of you, you're going to have to just take the baby steps, and that's okay. Baby steps still move you forward. That's absolutely fine. We're in 2025. So video, the fastest way to really build that know, like, and trust factor, the fastest way to build rapport with your potential clients, to move them from, oh, I don't know this person, to I need to sign up with her. I need to work with her in some way, shape, or form. I trust her with I trust her to lead me on my health journey. The fastest way to bridge that is video. it's video. Okay. But if that feels like a little too much out of your comfort zone, then start with just a post. Okay. Start with just a post. So you know who you are, you know where you are. But I will tell you what I did, because I knew I wanted to do video because I knew the impact of video, and I knew how it expedited things in terms of business. I created a Facebook group. I still have it to this very day. You can't find it because it's a private Facebook group and it's not visible, so you can't even search for it. No one knows it exists except for me, okay, and Facebook, I guess. But anyway, so you could create your own Facebook group and nothing else. No one, you're not gonna ever share it, but that's like your safe space. And go live. Pick a topic, pick something that you could talk on forever, but you're not gonna talk forever. You're gonna maybe just condense it down to maybe 3 minutes and go live in your group. It's just you. There's no one else there. It's a safe space. And so, and if you want to just practice, do that. That's what I did, because something about, again, going live on my main page just felt very raw and very vulnerable. But I used my own private Facebook group, and I was the only one in that Facebook group. Still to this day, I'm the only one in that Facebook group. I used that as my training ground, if you will, and it helped me build my confidence. And then once I felt like I was saying, whatever I was saying, right, or quote unquote right, in my little 3 minute spiel, then I went ahead and went live on my main Facebook page. So that's one thing. It's like training wheels, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Second thing you can do is, so first thing, let me just do a little recap. First thing, share a bold belief online. You can write it out, or you could do a quick little video. All right. Second thing you could do is a voice note. So instead of sending a DM, like a typed DM, send a voice memo. Okay. And or number three, let people see your face, you guys. Post a selfie. It doesn't have to be a nice, polished, professional image. But please wipe your camera lens. One thing that just gets me is when people take a selfie. I've done it myself, inadvertently. But when you take a selfie and then your lens is all smudged and it's cloudy. So wipe your lens off, take a selfie, make sure you like the selfie, right? Make sure you like the picture, and post it with just a bold, like, one-liner. A declaration. It could even be a quote, but even better if it's your own personal quote. Like if there's something that you say all the time, use that. Okay. But get visible. Okay. By the way, I'm sharing this with you not to be done someday. I'm sharing this with you to be done today. Yes, today, whatever day you're listening to this. So when you do one of those things, now, of course, you can't tag me in your DM because you're sending a DM to someone, unless, of course, you send me a voice DM. You could certainly do that. Either way, tag me so I can witness you stepping into your power, stepping out of your comfort zone, and really embracing who you are and what you're here to do. Okay. So you might think you have a marketing problem, perhaps. You might even think that you just need more strategy. That's usually our go-to. Like, I just need more strategy before I can do it. I need more strategy. No, what's really happening is this. You don't trust that it's safe to be seen. Okay, so you might hide behind the Canva graphics. I literally just had a conversation with one of my clients about this 2 days ago. Hiding behind Canva graphics. I say, if you don't stay out of Canva and post a freaking selfie. Here's the thing: she has actually branded images, like professionally done. She's had professionally done photo shoots. Post the freaking picture, right? Don't hide behind the graphic, the Canva graphics. Don't hide behind the carousel post or the clever copy or whatever it is that is preventing you from really showing up. Okay, because while the version of you that could be fully expressed, like that version, she's still waiting for you to stop shrinking. She's still waiting for you to stop editing yourself. She's still waiting for you to stop stifling her. Okay, so ask yourself this. Where in my content or my communication am I filtering my truth? Where am I shrinking? Okay. Where am I filtering my truth? Where am I shrinking? Where am I not being fully expressed? That is the question. That is the question. And then pick one place to say the whole truth this week. Or I say this week, today. Forget that I said this week, today. Okay. Whether it's a post, whether it's a video, whether it's a voice memo, a voice note, whether it's a live stream, whatever it is, say what you really want to say, unfiltered, unapologetically. Okay. Kudos to you if it does actually relate to your business, but it might not. It may not. So for instance, what I mean by that is if you work with women in menopause, right? It might have something to do with menopause. Like your declaration may be, menopause doesn't mean that you're all, that you're no longer a woman or something like that. There's so many myths and misconceptions as it relates to menopause, as it relates to weight loss, as it relates to, oh, let's go here with weight loss drugs, right? There's so much stigma around weight loss drugs. And so say your piece, right? Make it a bold declaration. Or it could just be something that you just live by in life. Like own your power. Like that's something I would say. That is a declaration that I would literally say, own your power. Okay. So, because the reality of it is, you guys, at the end of the day, the clients that are looking for you and the clients that will land on your content, they are not gonna, they're not attracted to your strategy per se. They're not attracted to your methodology per se. They're attracted to your authenticity. They're attracted to your frequency. Okay. They're attracted to you. So they're attracted to you first. Now, of course, they'll want to look at your methodology or your framework, whatever the case may be. But first, they're attracted to your frequency and your authenticity. So own it. Okay. And so this is the type of work that we do inside the Quantum Leap Collective. Visibility isn't just a tactic, it's a nervous system calibration. So you don't just get strategy. Yes, strategy is important. It's absolutely important. You're in business. You need strategy, right? But you also get identity activation. You also get real-time refinement. You also get skills, sales skills, like skills that you need to drive your business forward, to move your business forward, and the kind of energetic support that makes being seen feel safe and inevitable. So if you're ready to stop hiding and start leading, the link to the Quantum Leap Collective is below in the show notes. Okay. Alrighty. Do me two solids. One, share this episode with someone who needs it. Like when you listen to it, you're like, oh, I know exactly who needs to hear this. Share it with them. Two, do one of the things that I said and then tag me so I can witness you in your evolution, so I can witness you stepping into your brilliance. That being said, you guys, I'll see you next time on another episode of the Charyse Williams Show. Bye for now.